Let's make some carnitas.
Alright guys, let's start with the 8.5 pork butt. Today I'm only going to be using one, and what we want to do here is just chop it up into cubes. It's much easier to go ahead and sear it and then also put it back into our oven, which we're going to do later. But yeah, at this point, just get a sharp knife, get your cutting board. I'm outside and I'm cooking these on my Blackstone. I'm going to sear them first, and with this one here, you want to just cut around the bone, and I got it already cut in half from the store. You can buy a whole pork shoulder and then do the process the same way and cut it into cubes. So this carnitas that I'm making today is for a special reason. We're doing a yard sale / taco sale fundraiser for my daughter's soccer club, and here I already showed you how to cut one pork shoulder, and here's the second half of it. And this is just salt, pepper, and garlic. This recipe, you guys, is going to be the most simple, most easiest recipe for carnitas that you've probably seen. And this is just salt, pepper, and a garlic powder. Alright guys, so make sure you hit it on real thick. And the reason you don't need a lot is because the main reason with carnitas, the main reason they're good is the cook. So as long as you get the cook right, then that's really what matters. So here I got my Blackstone set on high. I got my daughter here, she's helping me sear these things. And all we need to do is sear it for about 5 minutes per side. This is the first one. I went ahead and dumped it on, as you saw. Just get it directly from that cutting board. My daughter, she's been helping me a lot lately with cooking and interested in YouTube and all that. So that's pretty cool, man. I love that she just kind of pops her head and is like, hey, can I help? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Let's do this, man. So in this next picture here, I'm going to show you guys the actual taco. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to share it. I was cooking chicken on here. The carnitas, I brought them already cooked, and then I put them back into the Blackstone with all the juices. Super delicious. I also made some quesadillas. Those were winners too. The fundraiser, we made about like $480 in profit. Pretty interesting. So if you wanted to know more about the numbers, if you're more interested about like the business side of making tacos, I can definitely break it down in the comments. So just let me know. Alright, so now that we have these things seared, we're going to go ahead and start transferring these guys. But just take a quick look at this. This is how you want them to look after you're done searing them. Just a light brown, and we're going to just put it into our pan, the same pan that we're going to throw it into the oven with. Alright, and once we have all these pork shoulder chunks in our pan, just kind of spread them out, and we're going to take these bad boys inside. Turn off your Blackstone. We're going to put it into our oven at 400 degrees for an hour, just so it can braise up. And if you want to know the exact instructions, it's also going to be down below in the description, all the temperatures included. So after it's been for an hour, now we're going to go ahead and cover this thing with aluminum foil and cook it for another hour covered, and we're going to start checking temperatures here. So it's at 174, and this is the perfect temperature to go ahead and add our Coke. So I'm going to go ahead and open this back up, and we're going to start our braising process. And like I said, these carnitas, they cook really fast. So when I covered them, I forgot to mention I did drop the temperature to 350. You want to keep it at 350 for the rest of the cook. Alright, so add a 20-ounce Coke around the whole entire pork carnitas, and this is going to give it its color, a little bit of sweetness, and soften them up as well. So we're going to check the tenderness of these right now, and we're just not there yet. 187. We're looking for a 205. That's the shredded temperature. That's after the collagen fat has been broken down, and it usually has a stall from like 175 to 185. So once you get past 185, just know that they're going to be done a lot quicker than you think. So keep checking on them. Alright, so right now we're checking the temp, and these things are almost done. We're going to give it a little flip here, put it back into the oven. These took about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Usually it takes me about 2 hours and a half. It just depends on your oven. Last time I made them at my mom's, they were a little quicker. So just know it's going to take about 2.5 to 3 hours to cook these things. Alright, once you kind of move them around, because you got color on one side, you got to get color on the other side, man. So pull them out, and we're gonna go ahead and check the tenderness, and I think these things are gonna be ready. Like I said, we're looking for that 205 temp. Let's check a few pieces. All right, and this one's reading at 188, 190 almost. So this is 180. I'm gonna check another piece here. Whoa, here we go. 189, 190. We're not quite there yet. I'm gonna throw it back into the oven for another 10-15 minutes. All right, this is how you want your carnitas to look, guys. So this one's a 194, but I'm sure this next one here, yes, 205. Okay, we're right on the money. We're done now, guys. Look how easy it shreds apart. You know, this is good and all, it looks good and all, but look, you gotta give it the taste test. And by the way, the carnitas are the first ones to sell out in the taco cell. They were that good. If you like this recipe, you're definitely gonna like this next recipe. I actually use carnitas in one of my videos to make tortas, so check it out, guys. You guys are gonna love it. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I hope you guys learn how to make carnitas the easy way. If you don't have a Blackstone, it's okay, just sear them on your frying pan. All good. Later.